Alright guys, today we're going to look at an active plank, or what we like to call plank on purpose. Now, far too often we do a plank on accident. If we're looking at the benefits of a plank is a wonderful stability exercise where we're resisting change or resisting forces. So we're trying to maintain a stable position while resisting the force of gravity. So I want to try and set and own my stability throughout the movement. So if I'm doing a plank on accident, which happens all the time, looks like this, where we just kind of roll up, and then at the top, gravity takes over and decides what muscles and what joints are going to be stable. Well, we don't want that. That's a plank on accident. That's very reactive. We want to be proactive because it is a stability-based exercise. So let's look at a plank on purpose. So I'm going to start down in that same position, but I'm going to try and set everything from the ground up and then drive up. So my plank is actually set before I even come off the ground. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to start in this relaxed position through here, and we know that our stability comes from the ground up. So we're going to start by stabilizing the ankles. So from there, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw up into dorsiflexion. So those toes are going to draw up to the shins. Now from there, next joint coming up is going to be the knees. So on there, we are going to lock by squeezing and firing the quads. After that, we have the hips. Now, it's really important that the hips maintain stability through this range of motion, because if the hips are unstable, then the trunk can't be stable on top of the hips. So when we're setting and stabilizing the hips, oftentimes we see butts in the air, so we want to draw people into hip extension. So the way to get those hips down is to squeeze, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the glutes. So we're going to make sure that the glutes are nice and tight. Once that is all turned on, then we're going to look at the trunk. From there, we just want to make sure we're braced through the abdominals, like you're about to get punched in the stomach or tickled. And then the last couple pieces of the puzzle are going to look at the upper back. We're going to look shoulders. We want to make sure the shoulders are set down and back, so there's space between the shoulders and the ears. And then finally, the head is going to be long and in line with the spine. So I want to make sure that there's a nice line throughout the whole body. So as I go and I set all those areas, again, ankles, knees, glutes, trunk, shoulders, head in line, bracing, and then I'm going to set and drive. So you can see right as we're coming off the ground there, we already have that plank. It's already set, not like before that we rolled up in. Now at the top, again, head position, super important. We're trying to keep that strong straight line and that long continuity through that plank, where a lot of people tend to lift the head and look forward. We don't want that. They should be looking straight down at the ground so everything's in line with the spine. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we like to call a plank on purpose.